And with that, we're back. So let me go and first fix the slight issue I made down here, telling them to do this forever. No, 99 will do. Thank you very much. Well, actually, let's not even do 99. Let's do 50. That should introduce enough heat to the system. As we can see, it's already warmed up a fair chunk. Has this in... Yeah, that has already fed in enough petroleum that we're up to a solid 1 ton of petroleum in there. That'll do very, very nicely indeed. And at this point, the temperature should equalize for the most part. I mean, they're a lot cooler down here, which I would like to try and address if I could. Let's have a look. It comes down here at a reasonable heat, 107 degrees at this point. Comes back up here at 106. So it's actually only a degree difference. It's picking up a little bit of heat and then bringing it all the way back down here. And at that point, it allows it to equalize with the temperatures in here. Now, right now, the temperature of the steam is actually a lot hotter. So what it's effectively doing is moving this temperature around with it. And it does take it out here. So it comes in here at 106-ish degrees. It leaves at 112. So it's actually picked up a decent chunk of heat there, to be fair. And then it transfers that heat downwards and dumps it off by here, which is actually quite nice. So it can pick up the heat that's been dropped off by the smelters, and it can also add a bit more heat into the general system. Now, honestly, thinking about it, do we need the smelters on a separate loop? Do I need to be controlling the temperature of the... I'm actually sincerely starting to wonder if I do. Because ultimately, if the smelters ejected enormous amounts of heat into the petroleum and then just reintroduced it into this loop, into the main loop here, then it would just help equalize the temperatures in the system that much faster. I don't necessarily think it would be that much of an issue, if I'm perfectly honest. Right now, for example, this will add... it'll only add 15 degrees to whatever's going in it. Fairly certain that we could, in fact, do away with this system in its entirety. Or rather, do away with the cooling down here and just have it flowing through this system, joining up with that. I think we could. I'm thinking we could. We'll see. But for the time being, my main focus needs to be on the stars still. Eventually we are going to build another barrack because obviously having more peeps to help out with things would be just out and out better. What is the temperature down here? It's 12 degrees towards this. Wow, that's actually getting really hot. Let's have a look. My passive cooling is coming in at 55 degrees, leaving at 36. That is not good enough. My lord. So the overall temperature in this base is getting rather roasty toasty. So that means this place is not going to be particularly cool at all. 28 degrees. I guess that isn't actually awful. And it comes out at 30 odd degrees. But really, how's it managed that? It's going in at 30 degrees. Coming out... Oh. It's because there's so much... there's many tons of much more comfortable temperature water in there. We are getting the most out of this right now, but that is going to eventually stop being something we can abuse. Right, so it's coming in at, but this is like 50 odd degrees. Honestly, at this stage here, this tungsten isn't doing us any particular good. Well, that being said, it is actually equalizing with the temperature around here, I suppose. I suppose it is. We'll cancel that. Maybe if I added in some more copper tiles. You know what? Sure, we'll pop back the copper tiles. It's not like we're hurting for that. So I might as well. Over here, it's picking up a decent amount of chill. I think we need to add in more, though. Like, I sincerely believe that we need to add in more. Let's add in a little bit more tungsten. Oh, wait. What are these made of? No, this is made of tungsten. Have we just not got any more tungsten, I guess? No, we don't. Have we got much wolframite, though? Let me go and have a quick look. No. Alright, so we need to repurpose the tungsten we have, then. In that case, these aren't... Well, the tungsten is useful. It's better than nothing, but it's not necessarily the best thing for us to use. Any radiant pipe of any particular metal will be okay. So if we bring up the details of them. Whilst that's happening. Binary Callie, thank you very much for the 4 months. Love your content, Aavak. Oh, thank you. That's really, really kind of you to say. Diolch yn fawr. And Nico Shana. 150 in the night. Aavak. Also, Stellaris. Hello, Nico Shana. How are you doing? Is that a request for me to put the Stellaris stream up on the second channel? Thermal conductivity 60 and specific heat capacity 134. 0.134, that is. 60 and 0385. It takes more energy to heat or cool copper, but the thermal conductivity is much the same. So with that in mind, let's replace the bits that are kind of out in the middle of nowhere that aren't necessarily grabbing as much cold anymore. That one can stay, actually. We're going to keep that one. And then we're going to add copper tiles to these, just so that there's more thermal capacity for that heat. There we are. That should help out a bit, I would imagine. Oh, the volcano's up and running. Nice. Very nice indeed. All of these running at full whack. Okay, glorious. Adding a little bit more power all the time. Igneous rock being picked up from down here. I really do need to move some hatch farms down here, really. That would actually be pretty cool. Alright. So, with that done, should be going relatively well for the time being. I mean, the more gold that we can process, the faster it's going to go. Yeah, there we are, making a little bit more. Perfect. I approve. New principles available. I will take some more gold amalgam, sure. But yeah, this has been a very big learning process for me with regards to how all of this is going to work. I could. Whether I should or not is another matter, but I could absolutely try to move a bit more of this heat around. It's rather expensive, though. Even with a copper volcano, this is an expensive way of doing it. But I'm just mad enough that I think I'll try. We'll just have one layer of it all the way along. There we go. Try and move this temperature around a little bit more. My water supply is turning to... It's fine, we turn it back into water later on. And then we run it through a sterilization tank. It's perfectly fine. This is not doing too badly. Look at that. That's actually going quite well, in fact, I would say. We've got a huge backup of natural gas there. It's going to be 14 cycles before that's active again. Let's go ahead and check the other one. How long until this one goes inactive? 20 cycles until that one hits dormancy. So we're actually doing really well with that. We got power for days. I don't think we need to worry about running out of power anymore. Well, I mean, I say that. We just need one period where the dormancies line up in, unfortunately for us, and then that's... Boom, we're back in bad times, but... I'm going to let those finish, then seal this off, pull this down, and we should be okay. I mean, if that polluted air gets up there, then it should be okay. What's in those pipes? It's just CO2. Why is it picking up? Oh, there we go. There we are. Polluted oxygen getting getting ejected. Good. So they are working here and there. This is off-gassing now and then. I need the carbon dioxide in here to get a bit denser. That will happen with time. Over time, that will accrue. Mop this up, please. Just make sure that isn't leaking anywhere, but that should be okay. The occasional bit of steam won't be too terribly bad. Need about another 4 degrees in there before that flashes to steam. I say flash to steam, but it doesn't actually flash to anything. It takes a long time for it to convert. Alright, flooding again. Oh. Maybe don't let this flood? That's an idea. Maybe don't allow this to be flooding. I think that would be grand. Oh, no, really. Oh, well, to get rid of the water that's down there, I may as well, I suppose. There we are. Let's get all of this out of the way, please. And indeed, thank you. Yeah, that mopped at a 9 because it is causing me problems. And I can't allow it to shut down my petroleum generation. But yeah, that is rather a lot of petroleum in there. Why is that not shutting down? I'm wondering. That should be stopping it. Why is it not? If it's below, then it sends a green signal. And that shuts down, I guess, this. Okay. But you should also shut down the other one, I feel. Stands to reason. Let's shut down the input points so that we don't fill this room with more liquids than I can possibly handle. How is there still water in here? Okay, yeah, they're going to be there for 1,000,000 years. So now that we know that this is just petroleum, rather oil, you're good to go. There we are. Now we actually need that built reasonably urgently because this is just going to keep getting worse. Because oil is so dense, it can flood fairly easily, actually. Okay. It can overpressurize and push upwards quite easily, rather. Alright. Someone is idle. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Why can't you get out? Oh. Right. Okay. My bad, I shouldn't have rebuilt that. My bad, everyone. Sorry. My fault. My fault. But now we should have tungsten enough. I can pop that down here, and here, and here. Once that's done, we're going to rebuild these with metal tiles. Made a mess. Well, at least I got a note about it. Michelle is so happy with their little balloon, and now they're running around in a suit that is sloshing. Sloshy suits. No. Not good times. Not even slightly good times. What's the temp going in? Coming in at 50, going out at still 35. It's not great. How much is that? It's 27. Oh, it's because it's pulling so much heat out of the out of this room, right? Okay, makes sense. I'm gonna need this to cool a little bit more aggressively then. And by a little bit, I mean actually quite a lot. Hopefully we can get that done fairly soon. Right, okay, let's go back to space, because we've got a lot of work to do up there. Awful lot of jobs. Right now, the base seems to be managing itself. Certainly, we're never going to run into problems with food, at least. Alright, so, this system seems to be doing okay. The robo-miners are cooling reasonably well. Wait. Oh, there we are. Ah, for a moment there, I was rather concerned. Will we let each other pass? No. Okay, getting back out there and grabbing stuff. Good. Alright then. Now, with that in place, can this see above it? I can't see out of the doors. That's such a shame. That is such a shame, because that would have been amazing if they could see up and they could clean up the little area above them, but they can't. So. But we need the first thing to solve, realistically, is to get this power elsewhere. That's all powered off the main spine, so I don't need to worry about it. At this stage, we're bringing up a lot of just random bits and bobs. Honestly, we're venting a decent amount of this, I would imagine. Oh, actually, we're not. We're not venting any of it anymore. No, we are. Right there. We shouldn't be doing that. I need to ensure that there's as much gas up top as I can possibly take. So, with that in mind, let's take this up and join in. We're no longer going to just vent the oxygen into this area. We are going to send it out to space if we can't use it immediately. That should work for us fine. There we go. We tend to guide... well, I mean, once this backs up, we guide it all down there. And then it starts to filter in. But otherwise, it'll block off in this area. But honestly, we're doing fine with oxygen in the base. We're doing more than fine, actually. It's a very breathable atmosphere in there. We're starting to accrue little bits of CO2 here and there, but it's okay. We need to get this natural gas. How is there natural gas in there? How we ended up with so much natural gas? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I guess I could put in a pump that will activate if anything in there is not CO2, but it'll also pull out oxygen, which is not necessarily what I want to do. I'll leave that problem for a little bit later, I think. Good that Nightly Prophet, thank you very much for the Prime, mate. 29 months. Good evening to you as well, buddy. Did Aavak almost lose Belial again? But no. That was absolutely not a time that accidentally happened. There was a time that I didn't have enough storage for the gas, yeah, and it vented everywhere, yeah. And so that's how it ended up in there. That makes sense. But there we go. We've now more or less filled this area. So as soon as they are finished with this gas pipe, we're going to be sending a goodly bit of oxygen up there. So at this stage, I'm going to say we probably don't need to worry too much. Well, okay. They've all turned back on. That's good. Batteries are starting to fill again. Good. We should be alright in here. Okay, that's all sorted. We'll get that built. Also remove this. Got a new printable. Thimble reeds. I mean, I'll take them. Don't need them, but I'll take them. Okay, so now there should basically always be oxygen in that pipe, which means we can do away with this pump. That can be deconstructed, along with the gas pipes that were servicing it. There we are. So we're going to have a constant supply of gases to cool everything down up here, which is exactly what we need. We've got frequent deliveries of material down here, which will be warming this place up, generally speaking. There we are. Doing a fairly good job of it, actually. By here, it's down to 70-ish. Some of it is exiting the system. That being said, it's only 138 degrees in here, which is not exactly amazing, but you know, it'll do. A lot of this should be vented. Quite a lot of it, actually. There we go. Okay. Well, it's doing its job for the time being. Now that we've got all of that coming through, this scan quality should have... Well, actually, it still hasn't improved, but... I think it's 16 tiles away. Something along those lines. So, 1, 2... Right, this is 4. Another 4. I'm going to test it to see if this will work down here. I'm not sure it will. But let's give it a quick test at the very least. And just because... Actually, don't move that yet. We'll set this one up first, and then rejig this system. And if that works, then we're golden. But mostly I just need that one built. So let's make that a higher priority, because if that works, then I don't need... if that doesn't work, I don't need the rest of this wiring. But if that does work, then we're going to be able to move ahead, strip that down, and then the scan quality should bump up pretty nicely. Another scanner somewhere along with the same sort of design will do amazingly. And the nice thing about the asteroids as well is they're bringing in metal. Constantly bringing in metal. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Who's got an errand to do this? Okay. Plane Seeker is delivering. Thank you very much, Plane Seeker. Where is Plane Seeker, though? That is anyone's guess. Ah, scallywags. Okay, priority 9 then. Snowfoot. There we go. That's what I need to see. I need to see decisive action. Well done, Snowfoot. Carrying the colony, practically, in terms of construction. Dunk. Right, now, is that affecting this? Yes, it is. Okay, then I need to send it further down. So, at this point, this one can be broken down. We're going to need another one of these. This will be 12 tiles away. Oh, this is vexing. I'm fairly certain that this is 16. Could someone just confirm for me? Because if you can just tell me, yeah, it's 16, then it'll save me a lot of trial and error testing, which I would appreciate. But let's layer this down anyway. That's 12, so this would be 16. I want to thank everyone who has put units in solidarity with my misplaced paladin. You're truly dapper people. See, Kaiser, that's why they're called the Dapperlings. Such dapperosity. We'll do away with that. We don't strictly need to bring that out that far. We can just dig it. We might as well, actually, thinking about it. We'll take this down, because eventually I'm going to clear all this out anyway. Now, we are the Twitch Wiki. Yes. Yes, you are the Twitch Wiki. This is true. Though it seems the Twitch Wiki is particularly slow today. Must be an internet connection thing. Aavak, what god have you been playing in Tier 2? I'm still playing with Zoraya. Sorry, I was really struggling with the pronunciation of her name. If we could get this done, that would be grand. There we are. powers back up again, because I actually do need it, because meteorites would do quite a lot of damage down here. Right, it's now down to 68% quality. If we can push this just a little bit more, we should be able to get this all the way up to 100%. That is the whole point of building like this, was to push this to 100%. That being said, we will never quite. We'll always lose. You know what? I wonder if there are 100 tiles here. Oh dear, we've run out of power. That is not good. Oh. Let's get that done quickly, shall we? Please and thank you. Because whilst that's disabled, it's bad times. 14 tiles, okay. So 4, 8, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 tiles. So this on this layer would be fine. I could actually put it there, but we'll pop it all the way down here. Right by there. That will be enough power for us. Honestly, though, why am I sending it out so far? I may end up with a bank of these, all powering different buildings up there. So I should probably plan for that, shouldn't I? Yeah, I really should. Like so. One there. One there. That will do nicely. Actually, to save on a tiny bit more power, construction materials rather, we can turn it around the other way, since we can rotate these ones. Pop it there instead. Now I'm swapping one type of material for the other, but since this line is going to go through here anyway, may as well, because I'm not really saving much, because I'm going to need a second one. That is almost a given. Right, once all of that is built, we will swap this out. Right, there we go. It's detected something. The doors are closing. Thank goodness we got power back. Because these close so slowly without power. It's not like the powered airlocks. Those things, they just move as quickly as the unpowered airlocks, but these are at a snail's pace if they're unpowered. They might be closed by the time the meteor shower is over. That level of slow. But while that's being done, let's get the rest of this place all burrowed out and prepared. And since we now know that, well, actually, I'm going to allow you to dig over there. That's fine. Okay, well, that's going to be taken care of. And we'll prep the next one as well shortly. We should have more than enough natural gas down here. Every now and then it's going to shut down. Hydrogen should be used more or less whenever. Whenever there is spare hydrogen, it should just be injected into the system. Mostly because I don't want the hydrogen to back up, is the reason there. But this is doing well. It's always providing a little bit of gas to the system. There we go. It's splitting out the natural gas here and there, but by and large, it's not a problem. Most of these have got a backup of gas just sat there, waiting to be input into the system, which is perfect for us. There they are. They're opening up. Tonk. Sorry to both of you. So sorry. There we go. Belial II Esquire is free. Dagno, or Dagno, not yet. There you go, Dagno. You are free. Yeah, that's at only 78. This one's cooling down very nicely. General temperature around here is getting a lot better now. Sure. Let's do that. Deconstruct. Now, eventually I want to move all of this rubbish out of the way as well, but for the time being, this is good enough, I would say. I'm actually really, really happy with that system. Right, the next thing that we're going to want then... This system right here is capable of closing the doors in time. Especially when we get this built down, once we get it powered by something down here. Then this system is going to be more than adequate to shut down all of the power. Sorry, close all of the doors. So it means the next one we need to work on is the telescope. And that's a different sort of building, but we're going to have a similar kind of setup on the top, I imagine. Someone lost their suit? What the dickens? What? When? What? How? Scallywags. You just said that you haven't got a snazzy... I'm on to you. You're having a strop because you didn't get a snazzy suit. Fine. Have a snazzy suit. But it's only because you're doing such a good job. If you were even slightly less productive, no snazzy suit for you. You're very fortunate that you're such a hard worker. I might as well draw these out, actually. It's not like we're not going to be using them in the long run. Okay, it is time for us to have a battle. Oh, this is so good, though. Look at all of that natural gas stocked up. The steam vent, I mean, eventually we'll hook up power to that. I mean, it would be useful, but for now, I think we're good. Right, to battle.